Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my Let's Play series. We are at the Hammond's cabin. We've killed the Marauder, now we have the Hunter and the Shaman. Now, they're not close enough to each other, so you could actually kill one of them without alerting the other. The problem is we don't have enough silent weapons. That's okay, we're gonna do this perfectly anyway. Now, usually when you have a Shaman, what you want to do is you want to kill him first, because otherwise he will call for reinforcements. So that's something to remember. Second thing to kind of keep in mind is the fact that hunters, they have a very long range. So oftentimes you will not be able to shoot at the hunter, but that does not mean that a hunter is unable to shoot at you. So you really want to be careful about that. So if you don't have a shaman and you have a hunter and some other enemy, then it's usually smarter to kill the hunter first, because the other enemies don't have such a high range, so you can always kind of run away. But in this case, the shaman takes precedence because we really don't want him to call for reinforcements. So you want to move Dex kind of to here on the left, and you want to keep Borman on this side, because eventually we're going to move with Borman behind that rock over there. Well, I'll show you behind here. So we're going to start with ducks. We're going to move behind this spot and we get a 100% shot and we'll shoot the Shaman. Now this is going to give us some sort of cover. It's not the best cover, but it's something.
Does that hurt?
Which is important. And then Borman is going to run behind the rock, like we said, and then he's going to use his Gaper. Now you can see that the Shaman is on fire. Fire is very cool because fire lowers 1 HP of your enemy for a certain amount of turns.
You did good.
Which is fantastic for us, but we don't need it in this particular playthrough. We might need it somewhere else. So the hunter is gonna run at us. He didn't even choose to shoot, which is great for you, but he could have. Now next up, what you want to do is you want to move Dex as close as he can, and you're gonna switch your weapon to the Stinger, because otherwise you'd have to reload, and we don't want to reload. So instead, we're going to move to maybe here where he has a 100% shot, and we're going to shoot with the Stinger, because if you had reloaded, you wouldn't be able to move him, then he wouldn't be able to do any damage. So that's why it's always good to equip your people with 2 weapons, even if you generally don't want to use the other one, for example, because in cases like this, you're going to be happy about having it. So we're going to move Borman here to where he has a 100% shot, and really kind of take your time to find a 100% shot, because most often than not, there is a position that you can get to with 100%, and it's really good to take your time to be certain. Ooh, and we get another weapon mod. So we get a Norton M30 plus 1 additional critical damage. The additional crit damage is huge. It may not be that important in this first few areas, but sort of I feel like mid-game, the crit chance is like very important. Then towards the end, then we're gonna have some really cool different weapons, so then it's gonna be a little bit different again. But I feel like mid-game, you're gonna start playing with like increasing your crit chance, getting some people have a high crit chance, then it can be quite useful. And we're gonna have a 20% chance to disable robotic enemies. This is nice as well. I will talk to you about it when it's relevant. Enclave Power Break, which when equipped will give a chance of the weapon emitting electrical projectiles that can be used to do additional damage to mechanical enemies. I like that. I like that. You can get this little medkit, and we're gonna... Oh, alright, so they're gonna talk to us about a medkit. You can use a medkit to heal yourself. Healing outside of combat always refills you to full health. You can also heal within combat. This is not something that we'll care for in this playthrough much, because as I mentioned in essentially every one of these playthroughs, I have a guide on how to do essentially every area perfectly except for this one and Fallen Angel, because back then I wasn't sure if I'm good enough to do that, so I haven't done these, but it's okay. So yeah, we're not going to be using medkits much. Okay, so what do we have here? This is an artifact and it's a fire looker. This tube-like object gives its user the ability to view distant objects up close. Might also come in handy as a weapon if you get in a tight spot. Oh man, imagine fighting with that. I mean, come on, that's hilarious. They have like these weapons that's just like, let me just hit you with this fire looker. I don't know why Dex isn't talking about the fire looker. It usually sparks a conversation, but I guess he'll talk about it later.
Zone ghouls stripped this cabin clean. Almost everything useful was gone.
Aww.
But it's a good thing ghouls can't read. They ignored the diary hidden inside Hammond's desk.
Good.
Me and Ducks aren't big readers either, but we look for answers in the diary. we get is more questions. Hammon writes how he found the crashed machine near his cabin.
He found that too.
He's convinced the machine was sent as a message from a mythical place beyond the zone called Eden, where everybody's happy and safe.
Paradise.
When Hammond sees another machine fall north of here, he takes his stalker crew up there to find it. I close the diary. Here's the problem. Eden's a fairy tale. Some bedtime story mutants believe in, so they can get to sleep at night. So either Hammond is onto something, or his brain's got the rot, and he's about to kill a bunch of good stalkers. Guess we gotta find out. Me and Ducks have to go north. Farther from home than we've ever been. It's dangerous. Ducks thinks I'm crazy to press on. I don't disagree with him.
And yet Duck still goes with Borman. That's kind of nice. They're like very good friends. I mean it's kind of sweet. I mean,
some stupid Eden. But we need to find Hammond, and if he's going north, we're going north.
If he's going north, that makes him a grade A certified loony. No one goes up there, Borman. And what's with those two stalkers he took with him? They should know better.
They're following orders, just like us. The Ark can't run without Hammond, so we're bringing him back. Especially with ghoul packs coming this far south. Wonder what they're planning.
Ghouls are too dumb to plan. Someone's pushing them down here. I feel it in my feathers.
oh yeah. Zone Dog Camp. As the season passes, I'm forced further out into the zone to find even the most basic of objects. From time to time, I stumble across the odd hidden place, even in locations I imagine were cleaned out by stalkers seasons ago. One such place is to be found due west of the fallen machine. There appears to be the remains of an ancient camp, complete with transportable hut. The location is currently home to a pack of zone dogs who, for some reason, tolerate my presence near to their breeding grounds. That's nice of them. They pick up wandering ghouls and I leave them alone. This unusual symbiosis works for me quite well. Oh yeah. I can imagine that you're happy about that, whoever wrote that. Let me get some scrap and some stuff. And then we're gonna move on to where we're supposed to go, which is investigating the crash site. Wonder if we can get to Eden by the end. That'd be nice. Wonder what Eden looks like too. The fairy tale of mutants. Oh, hello, crash site. I might run back for scrap later. We have 28 weapon parts. We probably could get more. I think I need to run back a little bit. But I'll do that offline. This is not nearly as entertaining. And yeah. I really think we can get better weapons. Right? Now we have...
We've never been this far from the Ark before. Talk about undiscovered country, huh? You think we finally left the ghouls behind? Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There's literally no way that there are no ghouls here. Like plenty of them here too. Now this is an interesting area, the high road. It's actually an area where, before doing it, it's recommended to go to a slightly different area. It's called the Fallen Angel, and that's where we're gonna go.
My brain must be rotting. Is that a beautiful woman I see before me? Wait, I know that beautiful woman. She's a stalker.
I love that conversation. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's like, am I dreaming? Okay, so let's meet a beautiful... Wait, let's run for scrap a little bit more, then we're gonna meet a beautiful woman. Oh, we can get... See, now we get 30 weapon parts. We can get some nice upgrade. Okay, let's go meet a beautiful woman. I know that's probably what you want to do anyway. I want to do that too. Let's go. Let's go meet a girl. Hello.
Stay right there. Who are you?
You're Selma, right? You're a mutant like us, on Hammond's team.
Do I owe you money?
No.
Did I kill your brother?
No.
And Selma I am. Who are you?
I'm Ducks, and he's Borman. Hello? Like the only walking duck and boar in the whole Ark? Come on.
That's funny. I think you've mistaken me for someone who gives a duck. I've got to catch up to Hammon before it's too late.
You're part of Hammond's crew. How did you get separated?
It was weird. We were all hearing strange voices. Not from the zone. In our heads. And that's when the ghouls ambushed us. After the fight, I was somehow blinded, paralyzed. I could barely move. I told Hammond I'd catch up to him when it wore off. 2 long, rough days. But I'm better now. He headed up north to a crash site to find some metal ship. Says it was sent from...
Eden, I know. Do you believe him?
If Hammond thinks there's an Eden, there's an Eden. Believe me. You guys are trying to find him too? And we can work together.
This is insane. You want to go more north? Into Ghoul Central? They'll kill us.
A lot of ghouls have tried to kill me, but I'm still here. So, am I part of your team or what?
Oh yeah. You're on our team. Now Selma's great. I really like her abilities and what she says and just everything about her. She's great. We most definitely want her in our group. Now, Selma is also great for one reason. She has the ancient pistol, which is a second silent weapon. So between Dax and Selma now, you can have 2 silent weapons, which is huge. I'm also going to give her the skater gun just for backup, so she has something. But yeah, this is...
Boys, it looks like I found a secret path. Check it out.
Oh yeah, let's check it out. I'm going to enter the Fallen Angel. And then we're going to go back to the Ark to actually upgrade some weapons. I like to do this because if you just enter the new area, then you can just teleport there. But before we do that, there are going to be a couple of... some...
We're gonna have one hell of a flea market with this junk. Look at these weird machines. Where do you think they come from?
You have a couple of zone dogs here. Now, you can kill them fairly easily, but just like before with the zone dogs, you gotta be careful about where the other zone dog is. So, this one's currently fairly close. Now, we could kill him, but until I know where the other zone dog is, it's kind of risky to do that. So, first, always make sure that you know where the other zone dog is. So, see, now they're both too close. So, we don't want to do that just yet. Let me hide my people for when the zone dog comes back. And we're going to move around with ducks and kind of figure out when is a good time. It'll probably actually not be a bad time right now to attack this zone dog on the left, but I've kind of hidden my people, so let's undo that. Oh no, he's leaving. Okay, so we'll just wait. So you gotta be, in this game, it's really rewarding to be patient, because if you're not patient and you just kind of attack whenever, you can get into a lot of trouble. So if you, especially if you're trying to do this without getting hurt at all, it's really recommended to just wait it out, you know, like the position that the dog just had, that was great for us. So what we could do is we could just hide there and wait for him to come back. And I'm gonna wait if there's a chance that the other zone dog is gonna give us a bit of a better position. See, now the left zone dog is very far on the left. And this right one, oh, are you coming? He's not coming. Okay. Oh wait. I guess we'll just wait then. But like I said, placing yourself in good positions is so important, and sometimes that does involve quite a bit of waiting. I think I'm gonna fast forward that for you, because it's probably not that exciting. But yeah, I'll definitely wait. Okay, the left zone dog has come here, so we're gonna attack him now. Now the other zone dog is currently... Where is he? Where's the other zone now? Somewhere over here, according to the map. So he's somewhere over here. I cannot see. Oh yeah, he's here. So that's far enough. So again, with the zone dogs, I really recommend to just look at where the other zone dogs are. And then again, where you want to stand. You want to stand here, for example. Because from here you can get 100% shots, but it's going to be far enough from that other dog. So we'll start with Borman. You can be loud here because there are other enemies on the high road, but they're very far from here. So you don't have to worry about being silent for this one. See, it only alerts that other dog over there. Now next up, you're going to take Dax or Selma, whoever we get. We get Dex. Move him next to Borman and shoot from here.
Sorry about that.
You finally figured out how to use that thing?
Yeah, I guess he did. I'm gonna put Selma here and dig down with her. Because there's like... Oh, actually we can put her into Overwatch. This is even better. Because then when the dog is gonna be running at us, She's gonna have some sort of a shot at some point. Okay, so the dog is not coming very close, which is not great for us. Let's see if we could get some 100% shot with Selma. The best we can get is 75%. How about Borman? What kind of shot can you get? 75, 75, and Dax has with the Stinger. Oh, he can get 100. You know what I think we're gonna do? We're gonna place Dax over there with 100% shot, and then we have two 75% shot with the other two, and we only need one of them to really kind of.
That had to hurt.
Actually, we do need Borman. So let's go with Borman to there. Then he can shoot the dog. Nice.
Enough. That was awesome.
Oh, and we can get some broken electronics.
Get your asses over
there
here.
seems to be quite a bit of stuff around here. There's something here, wasn't there? I thought it was something I saw. Okay, let's go towards the chest. Chest always has exciting stuff. Let's check out what's here. Ooh, Aristo hat, 20% critical chance from high ground. An ancient headpiece that offers little to no protection, probably used to increase the height of certain individuals in an attempt to raise social standing. Yeah, that's definitely what hats are used for, to raise social standing. Oh, I mean, that's just... Oh yeah. Let me just check for more scrap. Oh, we can investigate. I like investigating stuff. Borman, investigate.
Elder Almighty, I've seen some crazy shit in the zone, but this takes the bullet. This house must have belonged to some small people. I mean, small. That is just the weirdest.
Oh yeah, that definitely belongs to some tiny people. It's just so funny because, like, when you think about it, it is the assumption that someone would make if they don't know our civilization. So it's just hilarious thinking about that. So, like I said before, you want to go to the Fallen Angel, and then once you can get there, you can teleport from there to the Ark. But the advantage is that you will be able to teleport back there again. So it's usually a good idea to just enter a new zone, just so you have it in the map and can go there if needed. At least that's how I like to do it. Oh, hello, Fallen Angel. I love the name of theirs. I wish though you could meet a real Fallen Angel here. That'd be fun. But yeah, I cannot meet a Fallen Angel here. But you will meet some interesting enemies.
So
Now,
I was
before
talking to Iridia, and she told me about this ancient machine she had seen out in the zone, not too far from here. She said it looked like it had fallen from the sky, crashed into the ground, and it spread more than enough scrap around for us.
I think that was the mirror machine that we've already seen. Oh, we got some more scrap here. Let's get to give me some scrap. We're definitely gonna upgrade our weapons before we fight the enemies here, but I do want to show you what kind of enemies we have. We have some butcher here, lonely butcher walking back and forth.
Into the wrong goddamn crash site. Ghouls.
Now, usually, what I like to do with these lonely butchers, especially if you're playing on very hard difficulty, if you're playing on some other difficulties, you can probably avoid this. But if you're playing on this very hard, it's usually a good idea to make sure that you don't kill these butchers in the beginning, but instead that because you're gonna, especially in the this part of the game, you're gonna need to be using mutations to kill some people silently. So when you have these lonely butchers that are easy to kill and you can kill them with one of your people with silent weapon, you always want to make sure that you kill them when you need to revive some of your abilities. So currently I don't need to revive any ability on Dax or Borman. You can how do you know that? Well, as you can see, there's this little skull picture on the Borman and Dax, because we only have one, but then essentially you'll have like two set of skull pictures. And currently the skulls are filled, but sometimes it's gonna be just like a black space instead. I will show you probably in the next episode when we actually use some ability. And if there's like the black space, that means you still need to kill one more enemy to actually be able to use it. But if it's like filled up like now, that means we don't have to use it. So when you're playing on the very hard difficulty like I am, don't kill these butcher now, but wait till you need to revive some of your ability and only kill them then. Let me pick up broken electronics. We seem to have some sort of interesting artifact here, so let's check it out. Hipster fruit tester. Power brick that has an image of fruit etched on one side and continuously displays a flashing power battery icon on the other. This was used to determine the ripeness of fruit. Chronicle says that this device has a secondary music playing function, which required some earpieces to be attached to it. You know why they say fruit? Because
there's an image of a rot pear. This looks like a testing contraption for fruit.
I heard stories about singing fruit that could make music. Is this somehow related?
Why the hell would anybody need to test fruit? You either eat it or you sling it at some bozo's head. A bozo like you.
Oh yeah, they're very funny. There really should be more enemies here, I guess. Oh yeah, they're over there. I'll pick up the stuff later because I just want to shoot what kind of enemies we have.
Get this stuff back to the lair before Grey One knows we're gone. Look at these things. We are heroes. Grey One will love us, make us her favorites. Grey One is our leader, not our friend. She sees these goodies, she takes them, kills us. Ah, stick it up your nose hole. Grey One is a weak old hag. Oh, I hope she didn't hear that. Did you hear that? I'm sorry, Grey One.
Ah, he's so scared. I love that. He's like, no. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This hunter's following us, so we're kind of in trouble. I want to show you the enemies we have here. We have a marauder here. Chief has 2 zone dogs and a hunter that's moving back and forth. And aside from that, we have that butcher that we already saw. And we should also have a medbot. This is our first robot. I will talk to you about how to beat them in the next episode, so I hope you're going to be excited for that, because this is going to be a really nice and fun fight. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, write down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!